Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
And today we're going to be talking about the benefits of ongoing training. Remember last time we had a conversation between Angela, Graham, and Lucy, and they were talking about ways to keep their staff. People keep coming and going, and that can be very expensive for a company, and someone suggested they have ongoing training programs, and today we're going to be talking about that very subject.
We sure are. So what are the benefits of ongoing training? Where you've had a job for a while, but if you want to learn something new, your company offers either a training course off-site. Maybe they have you sign up for a college course, or maybe there is a special course in computer science or something that they're willing to pay for. They usually don't let you take off from work. You'll have to do it in your own time, but it's nice to have a company that offers to pay for the course. Sometimes, though, they'll have internal training where they'll ask somebody maybe who already works there, who's experienced, to teach a course or two, or they could bring somebody in from outside, but just have the class internally. And usually that's done during working hours, which is good too. But I found some people would think, oh, that's great. I don't have to do my work. But what happens is if you're in a training course during work hours, then you just have more work waiting for you once it finishes. So I'd rather actually do training outside of work.
Okay, so if you are the boss of a company and you're tired of high turnover rates in your company for employees, then today's lesson may be just for you. We're talking about the benefits or good points of ongoing training. Let's now listen to the entire article read from top to bottom. When someone starts a new job, they usually get training in all the skills they need to fulfill their job responsibilities. However, training shouldn't stop there. Companies should continually train their employees. This is beneficial for numerous reasons. For one thing, it will improve employees' performance, productivity, and morale. Building up workers' skills means they can work more effectively and efficiently. Moreover, they'll feel more confident in their own abilities and more willing to take on new challenges, knowing that they'll be fully supported. Finally, training employees makes them feel valued and happy. Motivated workers are the best resource a company can have. A company composed of contented employees can also avoid becoming a revolving door workplace where new hires arrive and move on in rapid succession. Such companies aren't stable, and if they get a reputation for being this kind of place, they'll have trouble recruiting and keeping talented staff. This impacts the business as customer satisfaction is lower when the people they're dealing with are constantly changing and inexperienced workers are less able to meet their requirements. There are many ways to train employees. Group workshops are a great way to share ideas and expertise, while one-on-one sessions allow individuals to focus on a particular skill set. What's more, there are many online training programs that can help employees develop. No matter which method is used, regular training will create an efficient and happy work environment and make a business more profitable as a result.
Okay, folks, let's dive in. So when someone starts a new job, they usually get training that we call onboarding. Onboarding is one word, on, and they're not separated, onboarding. It's the term that everybody uses in consulting. Onboarding is when you get a brand new employee and they go through at least a week of just training. And it costs the company a lot of money. First of all, that new employee isn't doing any work that can help bring money into the company, but they want to get you oriented. Sometimes they'll have an orientation training that just lets you know where things are, but onboarding is more extensive and it usually lasts a lot longer. So when someone starts a new job, usually they do get some training in the skills they need to fulfill their job responsibilities. Maybe you out there who are listening have some experience with that. I think most of us who've been working for a while do.
Indeed. So you're going to have a combination of skills that you already have and some skills that you lack. And they'll train you with the things you need to know. Of course, if you already have those skills and you're going to work for a company and you don't need training, maybe you'll get bored rather quickly. Of course, lots of people not only want the salary, but they want to learn things in the process. So yes, you're going to undergo some training to get the new skills that you need to fulfill your responsibilities on the job. However, training shouldn't stop there. Companies should continually train their employees. This is beneficial for numerous reasons. So yes, you shouldn't only have the onboarding training, the initial training. You should have training later on, and that is ongoing training. And you should continually train your employees through the future. So yeah, don't just train them once. Be prepared to give them new training sessions later on as well.
Right. So that would be the ongoing training, something that continues even after they've been there for a while. So it says here, at least in our article, our author says that companies should continually train their employees. Continually means just doing something without a big stop after one course is over, that they're constantly doing some sort of training. Now, this is beneficial for numerous reasons. If it's beneficial, it's favorable to you. It offers you some advantages, and it probably helps you become a better, more effective employee.
Indeed. So, for one thing, it will improve employees' performance, productivity, and morale. Now, notice I said productivity. I believe when I read the article, I said productivity.
I say productivity.
Okay, that's probably the more common usage of this word, or pronunciation, I should say.
Yeah.
But you will hear people say productivity because it's got the word product in there. I want to go buy some products at the grocery store. Nobody would go in there and say, I want to buy some products here. No, everyone says products, but productivity can also be read productivity. And yes, indeed, you want to improve your performance and your productivity, which refers to how well you can produce things, how well you can get things done for the company and help the company make money.
Yeah, some employees are very productive. They get a lot done in the time that they're there at work. And then there are others that are just surfing the internet and wasting time on their phone. I know a lot of companies here in Taiwan have blocked the internet.
You can do that?
Oh, yeah. Except for a few different websites that they consider to be needful for that particular company. I'm thinking of an insurance company right now. I was training someone at an insurance company, and she couldn't even get to Google.
Oh, no.
So it was frustrating, I must say, because sometimes you need the internet just to check on things quickly. But too many people are wasting time at work. Don't be one of those people. First, you can't feel good about yourself. You're wasting your company's time. You're not being honest with a good day's work, and you end up not liking yourself ultimately. So try to be productive. And they're also trying to improve people's morale, how people feel about that particular company. Your morale includes your confidence about what you're doing, your enthusiasm, and maybe even the discipline that is required there at that company. Sometimes morale can really be bad when your company has to lay off people. Maybe the economy's bad and you notice that 10% of your former employees or former coworkers are now gone. It's bad for morale. Everybody has to work harder when other people are laid off. So these are all important things for a company to consider in performance, productivity, and morale.
And building up workers' skills means they can work more effectively and efficiently. So yes, if you build up their skills, if you increase their skills in performance, productivity, and morale, then they can be more effective on the job and they can be more efficient. Effectively, of course, is the adverb. Efficiently is also an adverb. But to be effective means to actually get things done using less time and being more productive. And, of course, you can be efficient, which, of course, also refers to being able to produce more in a shorter amount of time. But effective means you're more accurate. There aren't so many mistakes.
Right. So efficient, yeah, you get something done quickly and you don't waste a lot of time or resources. Resources are important. So it says, moreover, they'll feel more confident in their own abilities and more willing to take on new challenges, knowing that they'll be fully supported. Yeah, if you want your employees to grow and to become even more valuable for your company, you want to provide them with training, but also show them that you support them as they're trying to do new things. The first time you do something new, you're not always an expert. Take some time to really get good at something. So here you want to support employees as they take on new challenges. Just to take on something means you start to do that thing, you adopt that thing, and you get going. To take on new challenges, you might want to take on a new competitor. You might want to take on another part-time job. You can use this phrase for quite a few things.
And finally, training employees makes them feel valued and happy. Motivated workers are the best resource a company can have. So yes, indeed, if they do offer training for you, the employee will think, they must think I'm valuable. Otherwise, they would not offer additional training for me.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm valued. I'm not just some peon working for this company that they could fire any second. They actually value me. And of course, I'm happy as a result of that. And you'll get motivated, which means you're actually given some ideas or some sort of impetus, I guess we could say, some motivation to work harder and to achieve more in the company instead of just working for the paycheck and just looking at the clock wondering when the heck I get off work and can go home.
Yeah, I've managed both really productive workers and those that are clock watchers. They're just looking at the time, wondering when they can go home. And when you have that kind of employee, wow, it's not a good feeling in your department. So, yeah, if you can help those employees feel more valued, they'll actually be more, not aggressive, but
motivated,
proactive. We had a great guy in the mailroom in New York City, and he didn't have a lot of education. He graduated from high school, but he actually was so proactive. He came up with this new system to distribute packages that saved a lot of time. And boy, they made a big deal about that. They not only congratulated him, but he got a raise. So try to be more proactive if you can. It will make your job more enjoyable. We spend a lot of time at work. Let's be happy.
Indeed, and we'll be motivated and we'll feel valued and we'll be happy and we can be considered a resource for the company and not just somebody who's getting a paycheck. Now, a company composed of contented employees can also avoid becoming a revolving door workplace where new hires arrive and move on in rapid succession. So if you're contented, that means you're happy, you're not sad, you're pretty much satisfied with what you're doing. And therefore, if this company has employees who are content or contented, they mean the same thing, then the company can avoid becoming a revolving door workplace. You have to imagine a revolving door. Some hotels have them. The door is spinning, and it just means people go in and go out at the same time. So if you're a revolving door company, it just means you can't really keep your employees working there for a long period of time.
Yeah, there are quite a few companies out there like that. A lot of fast food companies don't have employees that stay very long. It's a revolving door. My first job, I worked at a department store selling clothes. I was 16. That's the kind of place where there's a revolving door. People don't stay for too long because the wage is kind of low and you're standing around. So, yeah, you don't want to be one of those companies. You don't want your employees to move on in rapid succession. Succession just means one thing happening right after the other. So that's not the kind of company you want to build because they aren't stable. If something's stable, it's pretty firm. It's not going to fold or go out of business anytime soon. You want to have a good foundation. And if you are offering training and rewards for people that are taking on more responsibility or being proactive, it's more likely that your employees will stay longer.
Right, they just keep coming and going in rapid succession. It just happens over and over again. And as a result, such companies aren't stable. And if they get a reputation for being this kind of place, they'll have trouble recruiting and keeping talented staff. So other people will know about this company. Oh, that company has a high turnover. People don't stay there very long, so it must not be a really great place to work for. And if that's the case, I'm not going to waste my time applying for a job there.
Yeah, the company owners out there and managers need to be paying attention to this because now that we live in an age of social media platforms everywhere, it's very easy to tattle or to talk about your bad experience at a company. And that just goes quickly around everywhere. So we might have been able to hide it before social media, but now, no way. People will post bad experiences, and then that company is going to have a hard time finding and recruiting really good people.
And the company will get a bad reputation, and it will make the problem even worse. And this impacts the business. It influences the business as customer satisfaction is lower when the people they're dealing with are constantly changing and inexperienced workers are less able to meet their requirements. So you've probably seen this happen before. You're meeting with a client or something who's going to buy some things from your company, and they realize, hey, who are you? Aren't you Jake? I'm used to dealing with Jake, and now I have to meet somebody new here and basically have to explain everything all over again.
Right.
And yes, indeed, customers will detect this. They will see this, and they'll think, this company is not reliable. I think I'll take my business elsewhere.
Yeah, sometimes you call people like that or companies like that flaky, not very stable, not a company that you can really rely on. So there are many ways to train employees, it says. There are group workshops where you might have an internal trainer, teaching a group of people during the day or bringing someone from outside. But those group workshops are usually more fun because you get to share ideas and laugh and talk and learn that way. Expertise is just your ability to do something, your excellence in something. If you've been studying something for a long time or you've been working out there in the field in your particular industry and you're an expert, then you can say you have some real expertise. You can say this word two ways. You can say expertise with a Z or expertise with an S. They're both correct. You're just an expert. You have a lot of knowledge and skill in a particular field.
Right, and of course you get these workshops together. All these people are there together and they can share their ideas and you can learn from each other. And then also we have one-on-one sessions which allow individuals to focus on a particular skill set. So it kind of depends on how the training is presented. You can have group workshops where everybody gets together and they share ideas and they share their expertise. But then you might have one-on-one sessions where they have a trainer talking to one employee at the time. The company, of course, needs to determine which method is the best way to do this. A session, of course, refers to when something happens. In this particular case, it would be like a training class when everybody gets together for 2 hours or something like that. Later in the afternoon or something. That would be a training session.
Right. Maybe you joined a gym and you want to have a coach for a while to teach you how best to lift weights. You might buy some sessions with that particular coach. So it's just one continuous period of time where you're meeting about something. So a session, yeah. So that's one thing you can do. Be careful not to use one-at-one or one-to-one. We say one-on-one sessions. I see a lot of different variations on that, but we say one-on-one. And it does allow individuals to learn more if you're just with one other person. It's probably not as fun, but it's probably a better use of time if you're short on time.
And what's more, or in addition, there are many online training programs that can help employees develop. So if your company is not offering these sessions, or if they don't have the money, they may have them online. They have like a Zoom meeting or something like that. Or you can probably check out other videos on YouTube or something that trains you on how to do certain things. It's not put on by your company, but the information is related. And yes, indeed, if you're proactive, you could do that yourself to pick up some new skills and apply them to the job, get promoted, and increase your salary.
there are a lot of free training, YouTube videos and channels out there, or Rumble, try Rumble, which is great. Or some people will offer a couple of free lessons and then want you to sign up, which I think is fair too. But I've learned so much on YouTube. I learned how to edit music scores just by going to a guy's YouTube channel, and everything he put up there was free. So there are a lot of people willing to share what they know online. So you might want to check that out yourself.
There's a lot of information out there, and some of those YouTube channels are sponsored, and that's how they make their money. So in a lot of cases, they're willing to give you all that stuff for free because they already have a source of money from their sponsors. They don't need to charge you anything. So indeed, these are different ways to improve your skills, and no matter which method is used, regular training will create an efficient and happy work environment and make a business more profitable as a result. So yes, indeed, you've got all sorts of different choices here, no matter which method you use. Regular training or ongoing training will make you happy and efficient, and the environment will have some great morale, and as a result, the company will be more profitable, and the boss will be really happy and might increase your year-end bonus as a result.
Ooh, and wouldn't that be wonderful? Okay, guys, right now we're going to listen to our Chinese teacher, and then we'll be back to have a discussion.
Hello everyone, 我是派老师。今天讲解的是夏季合刊 Unit7 The Benefits of Ongoing Training。今天这一课是多益单元第2天课程。前一天的课程内容其实是会议当中的对话。那 Angela 一开始就说明召开会议的目的，希望大家一起讨论如何降低公司的离职率 turnover rate. Their company has a high turnover rate. 他们发现 there's a consistent reason for leaving the company. 原来这些离职的员工通常都有一个共同的原因 People felt there wasn't enough opportunity for them to develop their professional skills. 他们找到了问题，发现很多人都觉得在这里没有办法发展自己的专业技能，想到的解决方案就是筹办 ongoing training for current employees in a wide range of areas. 所以他们希望能够在不同领域开设课程，让现有的员工提升自己的专业技能。好，那接下来我们来看这篇文章，就是具体上他们打算怎么做，可以怎么做。好，我们看到第一段 When someone starts a new job, they usually get training on all the skills they need to fulfill their job responsibilities. 好，请同学特别画起来的是 fulfill their job responsibilities. 那我们知道说到公司工作，每个人都有自己负责的业务。好，这是 job responsibilities 个人所负责的业务，那你要去执行去完成，就是 fulfill your job responsibilities。 好，那再接着 However, training shouldn't stop there. Companies should continually train their employees. 那员工训练不应该只有在一开始的时候进行而已，要持续的进行。持续进行的话 This is beneficial for numerous reasons. 这一段我们可以看到最后一句呢，其实就是这整篇文章的 thesis statement， 因为它接下来就要告诉我们说，像这样子持续的教育训练有哪些好处。那下面呢，就是一点一点的跟我们说明有哪些好处。For one thing， 所以开始提出第一点的好处 ，It will improve employees' performance, productivity, and morale。好，原来啊，这有助于提升员工他们的绩效表现生产力，还有呢就是士气。后面呢，作者就继续说明了，让员工的技能可以提升的话，他们到时候工作就会更有效率。They will work more effectively and efficiently. 那此外 moreover 还有一点，还用 moreover 把这些不同的好处呢串联起来。They'll feel more confident in their own abilities and more willing to take on new challenges. 请同学把 take on new challenges 画起来。我们说接受挑战 take on challenges. 好，那这些员工呢，他们就会知道说自己其实在公司里面呢是有支持的力量的。They'll be fully supported. 那最后呢，关于这种所谓的提升员工的表现、绩效还有生产力，这里 作者还做了一点说明 Finally, training employees make them feel valued. 员工会觉得自己是受到重视的 feel valued and happy. Motivated workers are the best resource a company can have. 所以 motivated workers 是什么？就是积极进取的员工，我们就可以称他们为 motivated workers. 那这就是一家公司的资产。再接下来我们看到下一段 A company composed of contented employees can also avoid becoming a revolving door workplace. 请同学把这个 a revolving door workplace 画起来，这当然也是一种比喻的说法，意思就是人来又人出去，好像呢留不住人一样。那在这样子的公司里面 where他用了一个关系副词 New hires arrive and move on in rapid succession. 虽然是关系副词所引导的子句，但其实就像在说明什么叫做 a revolving door workplace. 新进的人 New hires 就是新进的员工，他们来了，那之后呢很快的又会再离开去别的公司。Such companies aren't stable, and if they get a reputation for being this kind of place, they'll have trouble recruiting and keeping talented staff. 那假设日子久了，这家公司的名声变成就像这种地方，之后呢就会有麻烦。什么样的麻烦呢？找不到人 they'll have trouble recruiting. 而且还有另外一个问题 keeping talented staff. 人才也留不住。好啦，那接着呢，这当然会影响到整家公司的营运嘛。所以我们也知道说 inexperienced workers are less able to meet their requirements. 因为有经验的都一直走，那留下来的好像经验都不足，那这样子的员工结构当然就很难达成公司也好或者客户也好的要求了。那最后这一段提到 There are many ways to train employees. 其实要训练员工的方式很多啊。那接下来我们就可以看到有好多种。那首先第一个是 group workshops， 大家一起上课做工作坊。那在这样子的场合里面呢，怎么样？ It's a great way to share ideas and expertise. 大家可以彼此分享想法，还有一些专长。那另外一种方式是 one-on-one sessions， 一对一的。那这样子呢，其实是可以让个别的人专注在特定的技能上面 a particular skill set. 此外还有其他的方式 What's more? 像什么呢？ Online training programs 就是线上的课程。这一段所介绍的就是不同的教育训练的方式。好，那最后一句是结论。文章在最后下了一个结论，不论哪种形式的训练，规律的训练会创造愉快的工作环境，提升工作效率，也会让企业更赚钱。好，以上就是我们针对多益课程第二天的中文讲解，谢谢大家。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Time now for our discussion questions. Here's the first one. Which of these reasons for ongoing training do you think is the most important and why?
I think ongoing training is really important for morale. As a manager, whether my group is happy or not was very important to me. If you have a happy group, they work harder, and you just have more fun during the day. Yes, you know, we all have projects where there's a lot of stress and pressure, but we can also have a good time with our coworkers if we're in an environment where we feel valued, where they want us to continue to learn. I think that's really important.
Yeah, I agree. Morale is very important. And question 2 reads, if you had to train someone in a skill, what would you train them in and how?
What would you, Tom? This one's yours.
Well, maybe in new language skills, I guess. If you're an international company dealing with, say, Japanese clients or something, you can have some Japanese language courses. They could be a lot of fun. And also, for myself here, of course, I'd like to learn how to do those video editing things and animation. All those things are useful skills to have for possible future employment. And we wish all of you the best in luck in finding a good job in the future and making lots of money. And that brings us to the end of our program for today. Thanks for listening, and please join us again next time. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
Bye.